Hey, what's up out there, YouTube land? This is Joe, the Final Destination survivor, as we all know. Anyway, usually I like to play a little music in the background, but first we're going to have a quick moment of silence for the all the innocent students that's died in these mass shootings at schools. So yeah, let's do that real quick. All right. Now that we done did that, we let's uh let's talk about these. First of all, I want to applaud the kids for their young adults for getting their voices heard and being very organized with their protest. Well, we'll say most of them anyway. And some of them have very valued points, very good views. Like, I agree with raising the age limit on the purchase of a gun from 18 to 21. That no way affects the Second Amendment. And I also agree with better background checks and people that's felons with violent crimes or mentally disturbed, they should not own guns. That's common sense, quite obvious. Now, things I disagree with. I disagree with banning what they like to attack the AR-15 or any type of assault rifle like that because I have quite the World War II collection of guns, and half of those rifles are considered assault rifles, which I find very ridiculous considering high patches, considering that some of them guns haven't been made in 50 years or better, but yet they're considered assault rifles. Not fair. Some people use these guns for hunting. Some people choose to have them for home protection. Others just like to go target practicing and having fun with them. So, once again, I firmly disagree with the attacks on the AR 15 and the other assault rifles like that. There's plenty of responsible gun owners out there that owns them, and why do we want to give them up? We shouldn't have to. But, on the same side, we do need safer schools. I agree with what Florida decided to do, arm school employees, some school employees, which I think is fair, and also the age limit. Of course, the NRA wants to fight it and sue the Florida government, saying that's a violation of the Second Amendment. Once again, no, it's not. Um, so kudos to the kids that are protesting for safer schools. Kudos to them Parkland kids as well. Um, Now we'll jump off the gun issue because some people are probably pretty tired of hearing about it. We'll go to an issue that it actually involves people with brain injuries and other people with other medical conditions. The opiate crisis. I'm gonna tell you a little story. 20 years ago, you know, us kids we experiment with stuff, but 20 years ago you didn't hear nothing about an opiate crisis or anything like that. Matter of fact, hell, even 20 years ago, and we'll get back to the gun thing, you could carry a shotgun and a rifle rack in the back window of your pickup truck. I guess kids are pretty messed up nowadays. Anyway, back to the second topic. Um, so, we experiment. You didn't hear about an opiate crisis then, and most of the time, if you want to try something or whatever, you just walked in your parents' medicine cabinet and took it. Did I have any problems with it? No. Now, we'll jump back to 20 years now. Um, 20 years now. We have a problem with the opiates. Well, let's explain this. Number one, it got more accessible when Obama Don't Care came in. the Unaffordable Health Act. Every doctor in the free world wants to prescribe this stuff. Well, tell you a little story. I went to the neurologist the other day. And they've been throwing pill after pill after pill at me that don't work. And I sat there and said, well, I got an idea. What about medical marijuana? Get me off of this crap. He looked at me and said, well, I'm not licensed to prescribe that. I was like, well, can't you suggest it? Well, no, we can't do that. He puts me on this other medication and then tells me I'm not allowed to stop taking it, no matter what it does to me. Then he said, if it don't work, I will call your pain doctor and we'll discuss other forms from there. What a crock of BS, right? So, I guess kudos to the government for making it an opiate crisis. Which, really ain't nothing new because the CIA was planning it in America anyway. How do you think the Afghanis paid for their guns in the 80s to fight the Soviets? The U.S. government took in exchange for the guns, ignored the poppy seeds, and brought some over here to the United States. Imagine that. So, kind of crazy, isn't it? People keep trying to call and text message me. Kind of rude. Anyhow, pretty amazing that the U.S. government, in my opinion, is the cause for most of this opiate problem. And, of course, the doctors get a nice, healthy kickback. So, yeah, we get no help. So, if anybody with brain injuries or anybody with medical conditions, what can I say? Stand your ground, ask for medical pot, or get your written diagnosis and go to the pot doctor yourself. I'm thinking about it. It'd definitely be a hell of a lot healthier than all these pills. So, and if you ask, no, I've not watched Jigsaw yet. I'm getting around to it. So, anyway, on a lighter note, there's something I heard on the news. And yes, it involves the gun thing. YouTube, which I love, is going to stop showing gun videos. Kind of messed up, but guess who's going to start showing them supposedly? Pornhub. Man, like my buddy Tony said, Ultimate Man's Channel. I guess you get to stroke more than one gun now. One will be for pleasure. One will be for home protection. That was the fun. Now, let's get to some awards for the couple weeks here, which is also fun. First of all, we'll do a positive one. Something I don't normally do. Before we get to the awards, I forgot to mention something. The zombie drug epidemic. Well, apparently some cops have listened or whatever, and they've made the school a little safer. Crossed my way from the elementary school, and they park a squad car right on the corner. It scared some of them away. All good. Now, back to where we were at. The awards. And I got obviously a little positive one. And, oh, by the way, happy belated Easter. And since it's Easter to these young adults, let's give the Noble Funny Fuzzy Bunny Award for all your hard work. And he sings a song. So, kudos to you kids out there. Hopefully, if you'll keep it together, keep it organized, and you'll get your safer schools, but you won't get your gun bans as far as I'm concerned. And now the next one, my favorite one, the Pinhead Award. And once again, the recipient of this, or recipients, ain't nowhere near as cool as Pinhead, and is certainly sucking our souls away. First one goes to my doctor, and doctors that don't want to look into alternative medicine. And there's a second one, and he has gotten it once this year. Well, he gets it again. Former President Obama, for as far as I'm concerned, the Unaffordable Health Care Act, which I like to call Obama Don't Care, is the cause of the opiate epidemic. So, there's your award. So what have we learned today? That apparently the young adults out there can protest better than us adults. We got something to learn, because at least their protests don't end in riots like other protests. I'm not going to say because, well, it could get me in trouble. And the opiate crisis. Blame the United States government. Well, at least President Trump's trying to do something about it with a couple bills he put in. So with all that said, any questions, or if you just want to call me a prick for my comments, go ahead. You know how to reach me. If not, watch some of my older episodes. They're more fun. So, I'm out of here. Got to take care of them interruptions I was trying to interrupt during this. So, me and Patches here wants to say, while we're listening to this beautiful music by Pink Floyd, peace the fuck out. Later.